plan is completed, do the residents of the township get to vote on it?
Actually, it is the trustees that decide to adopt or not adopt. However,
That's how we got the lousy zoning.
Yeah, we never
there,
voted.
there
It
are,
was voted on.
part of the
Went
process,
to the voter side.
part of the process, so we're all clear, is that there are public hearings required before the trustees can vote on the comprehensive plan. Once a comprehensive plan is adopted, nothing really happens even yet, because then the trustees have to decide whether they want to, after the comprehensive plan is developed, whether or not they would like to review zoning. So this is a longer-term project. We're looking at, I think, Planning Commission said it's gonna be 18 months to 2 years, and even then, maybe the zoning might come back up for discussion. So it's more of a long-term plan, long-term project. So hopefully you're willing to fill out surveys, because it's hard to keep track of who said what on what day, and so we appreciate it.
Thanks, Mike.
That was a longer report than I had. Trying to go short, man.
That's all right. Park committee, good.
Yep. Hi, I'm Vicki Fogarty, and I'm the secretary of the park committee. And we are going to hold another annual Halloween party on Saturday, the 31st at 4 o'clock. We'll have a costume contest for the kids. We'll have a wiener roast. We're gonna have a chili cook-off contest this year. All of the candidates have been invited to participate in that, and of course, everybody in the community is welcome to also participate. Bring a pot of chili, and we're gonna hope to raise a little bit of money for the park. Also, this summer, we have done a lot of work to the park, as much as we could afford to do. A lot of us got out there, cleaned things up, painted things, repaired the benches, added the nice swing, built that arbor for it and so forth. So it's coming along. It's a slow process. You know, we gotta raise money to do what we'd like to do, and hopefully by next year we'll get some grant money and have a nice park to be proud of. Dan here has offered to fix some of our equipment. We've got a child swing out there. The frame is starting to rot out, and Dan is gonna help us over the winter to make some new equipment for the park also, so that'll save us some money too on things like swings and so forth. And the only other thing that I have that we need to discuss tonight is, we were talking at our last meeting, and we would like to raise our rental for the commercial building, or for the community building, I'm sorry, up to $125 for any rentals that are for profit. And the reason we would like to do this is because we've got an auctioneer that has kind of come in and is using the building and making money, and he's getting it for considerably less than any, dirt cheap. And so we would like to change our rental agreement to be $125 for any organization that is there to make money. So we would like you fellas to vote on that. That's all I have.
It just makes sense to me. If
Yeah.
he's making money, then
Right.
the park should. So,
I agree.
I make a motion. Would you say $125?
$125, we'd like to make it effective January 1, might be easier, unless you want to do it sooner.
Okay, I make a motion, we raise the cost to anyone, making money on the building to $125, starting January 1st.
No, second.
Roll call. Dan Van Buren,
Yeah.
Jeff Corpenny,
I'd like a clarification on that. Do you say anyone making for a profit?
For a profit.
Yeah, for profit only. Everything else will stay the
I
same.
think there should be an exemption for nonprofits if they're in there selling something.
Well, this
I mean,
is,
they're-
that's
they're-
how we want to state it, is for profit.
Okay, as long as it's, okay, that'll work. Just wanna make sure if we get a youth group or something,
Right,
they
no.
don't have any issues.
No.
so you say yes.
Yeah.
Watkins,
Yes. Yeah, he's having an auction like
Yes,
once
he
a month.
is. Yes, he is.
Okay.
You wanna make sure that you give him,
So he's paying 65.
make sure you give him notice somehow when he pays next time.
Okay. Resolution for the internet sales.
Yeah, I gave this to you guys the last meeting, or maybe you wanted to go over them and pass any of them. Did you like one?
Is there a date deadline on that?
No, these are just, they are, they're more blanket resolutions that were sent out by the county to, if we needed them, basically. And really, if you want, we can wait, and if the
I've
situation
looked at them, but
arises,
you
then we can,
remember and everything's on.
yeah, we can just hold on to them, and if we ever decide we need to sell something on the internet, then we need to pass the resolution.
Okay.
We can just leave it that way.
Cause really, we don't have nothing.
No, we don't really sell that much to begin with, so.
Okay. The health insurance.
A little bit, or at 6 o'clock, we had a special meeting, executive session meeting, and before Eric Cox left, he did leave us with a copy of his recommended health insurance plan. This was already read into the record, I believe it was 2 months ago, word for word, nothing has changed on it. His recommendation, and I totally agree with it, is that this should be done prior to the election. And just so people understand everything that's gone down recently on this, we used to have a resolution. If you were opted to not be on the health insurance plan, you could get a reimbursement of up to $200 maximum. You could not be on the plan and get a reimbursement at the same time, just period. Now, several months ago, that resolution was voted out, so then we had no amount on any reimbursement. But because of interim change, Trustee Watkins, he still has that same potential. He noted in September he was going off the health insurance. His reimbursement could be up to a maximum of $200. Would be an interim change. So the resolution, which was voted 2-1, was this last month or a few months ago, a new resolution replaced that with a maximum of the average amount paid, which would be approximately up, would go from the $2,400 a year to around $12,000 a year. That particular resolution has already been passed. I voted no, and 2 positive, so you don't need all 3 on that one. So that is in place now, and that would not go into place until the term that starts January of 2010.
Explain that again. It went from $2,400 a year to $12,000 a year?
If they opt for the reimbursement, the new one, the way, I believe it was the average, it was your resolution, the average amount of the insurance was what the reimbursement could be if you opted out and didn't get the insurance. Do you have a copy of that resolution?
We didn't make a resolution.
I thought you had.
We didn't.
It was tabled till the November meeting.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we've never made
Yeah, it was all paper.
Yeah. I'm not so sure.
So
You might
what
want to
was
check
voted
on.
on?
You might want to check on that, but I do know that the one was abolished.
$200.
Okay, I know for sure that one was
Yeah.
abolished, but Trustee Watkins just cannot be, that one applies because it's what was in service when he began the term.
Right.
So with what Eric Fox gave us tonight, the resolution here was definitely read verbatim into the record. And I suggested an amendment to the motion of striking the word vision, because we had made some headway, I felt, and we had agreed to take that